Hey guys. You remember on Wednesday when I said N'Golo Kante's last 3 games
Mm-hmm.
has been with 3 different managers?
Yeah.
We can make it 4. This is Red Card Radio.
Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whenever you're listening from. Thanks for tuning in. Red Card Radio is a weekly look at the Premier League from 3 friends who support different clubs. My name's James, still support Arsenal. That's still Brad, he still supports Chelsea. Down below, that's still Sean, he still supports still Tottenham. And Lando Norris. Should have wore that sweatshirt yesterday, bro. When we talked about
It's
F1,
all right. I still got it.
you just put it on so that you could rep now. I need to get a.
I'm just letting Lando know I haven't lost support yet.
Okay.
Yet.
We're already in the weeds. We're not a minute into this podcast, and we're already in the weeds. But did you see on Twitch, because Lando does Twitch, he was talking about some souvenir he had in it. He said, "Yeah, this is from when Lewis won his 8th World Championship," and just like stopped talking for a second when he realized he misspoke, and just like died for like 45 seconds. It was, you should get on Twitter and Google or search Lando Norris. It's funny. All right. Getting back on track.
Leaked the script, right?
Yeah,
He leaked the script for the race
this year. Number 8. Number 8's coming home. All right. So tonight, what are we talking about? Today, what are we talking about? Premier League match week 30. We've got 10 matches this weekend. Lots of football to be had. We got some good ones too. Some very, very interesting matches coming up. So shall we dig in, boys?
Do it.
All right. So quick rundown of the matches for you. So on Saturday morning, we've got Manchester versus Everton. Remember, we're referring to Newcastle United as United from here on out, and Manchester United as Manchester. We're keeping with the nomenclature. So we've got Manchester hosting Everton from Old Trafford. We've got Aston Villa hosting Nottingham Forest from Villa Park. Brentford is hosting United. We got Fulham and West Ham, Leicester and Bournemouth, Spurs, Brighton, Wolves, Chelsea, Southampton, City. On Sunday, we've got Leeds, Palace, and the big one Sunday afternoon from Anfield. It's the late game. It's Liverpool, Arsenal. Arsenal.
I think we want to dive.
Wait.
Go ahead,
Point
Brad.
of order before we dive in. I want to point out that the Manchester Everton game, his name is United/Everton in our notes, and then the Brentford United game is Brentford.
Okay, Brad.
Newcastle in our notes.
We don't need that fifth wall opened up on that one.
And also, second point of order. We didn't come up with the nomenclature, the new naming scheme, until after I had already produced the rundown. So if you're gonna be talking smack about the rundown, Brad, how about you do it next week? All right.
I'll fix it. I'll fix it right now. How about that?
Please don't touch anything.
All right, back to where I was going. Where I really want to dive in is this Leicester Bournemouth game.
Yeah, that's where you want to start.
Oh yeah,
absolutely not. That is the Red Card Radio pick of the week. This is going to be a snooze fest, and you guys enjoy that game
on our behalf.
Why don't we dive in? Why don't we just dive straight into me?
All right.
Spurs Brighton.
All right.
Yeah.
Tell me about it.
Sounds like pain.
It does. It does sound like pain. There were some quotes, which I'm going to try to find expeditiously. But basically, Stellini said to the effect of, Brighton are a good team.
True.
But we play at home.
Both true. Fact check true.
Here it is. We respect Brighton, but we are Tottenham. We play in our stadium, so it means we have to go strong and play in our way.
Yo,
Let me translate that for you. I don't want to hear shit when we lose. Is what that is.
That's ironically like he intends it in like a we are Tottenham way, like
we are Tottenham. Yeah, like, we play in our way. Yes, it was very comical to me.
Beating his chest, but when you kind of put that in the I don't know, like the universe of what Conte's been saying recently, it's just really funny.
We respect Brighton, but this is our stadium, and we are Tottenham. Yes, we play our own way. Yes, it was very comical for me. But truly, this like after dropping points to Everton, I've been saying this for 6 months, and it's a broken record. But we have to get 3 points here.
So let's look at the implications of this. So Tottenham are currently in 5th, 29 games played, 50 points. Brighton are in 6th, 27 games played, 46 points. If somehow Spurs were to lose this match, Brighton would be 1 point
Or
behind.
draw it.
Well, let's just assume the worst. Let's assume the worst for just a second.
Yeah.
So if you lose the match, then Brighton are 1 point behind you with 2 games in hand. Like that's
brutal.
And that's brutal. And if Villa beat Forest, Villa would be 3 points behind you, equal games played. Like there is legitimate danger of falling into 7th. Like that's yucky.
And
Ain't nobody.
We all
7th.
agree as a podcast.
Yes.
7th is worse than 8th.
Yes.
Yes.
At least
You'd
for us. At least for us.
For our group, our team.
For our 3 teams, yes.
7th is worse than 8th.
Yeah, because at the beginning of every season, our team's expectations are to finish in the top 4, and playing in Kazakhstan on a Thursday night is not going to help us to finish in 4th.
And the reward is a promotion, an automatic bid to the Europa League,
and the money's terrible. So the money's terrible for our teams. Like if Aston Villa finished 7th, I think Aston Villa, especially with the way they started the season,
they'll just take the extra money.
They'd be thrilled. They'd be thrilled.
Yes. They get to play in Europe.
West Ham, Brighton, Brentford, like any of these teams that like want to be like punching with the upper echelon in English football would love to finish 7th and get into European football.
That extra little bump they need.
Yeah,
and Tottenham, it gets you European experience before like you play against the big dogs. Like it's perfect for those clubs.
Yes. But
for next year's expectations, 7th is a death knell for us.
Yes. For everyone, because it's screwed. Because the problem is you're going to walk the group stage, but the problem is also you're going to walk the group stage.
Are you?
And yeah, I mean,
did Tottenham?
Yes,
Tottenham
we lost in we lost in the first round of the knockout.
No. You guys got.
Oh, we lost on the technicality because we couldn't play the last game.
Yes,
yeah.
Correct.
But that you had to wait till the last game to secure it was crazy.
Anyway,
no one cares about that.
So
no one cares about that league.
If you draw, so if Tottenham and Brighton draw, that's obviously so. Brighton walking into this game, their approach is do not lose. As long as they don't lose, then they stay within punching distance, right?
I think they can win. I think they're going in trying to win it, but yes,
absolutely.
At the end of the day, do not lose.
So, like, if they lose, Tottenham get a 7-point cushion over them, and then it's no longer in Brighton's hands to surpass Spurs. But if somehow if you don't lose, then you control your destiny essentially. Now that Spurs also still have some difficult games coming up, but not a lot. I think we talked a couple weeks ago about Spurs running is significantly simpler.
I said this in August. The run-in, we knock out these 2 hard games after. Let me make sure I'm speaking right, because after Brighton, we've got we've got Bournemouth right after. Then we go Newcastle United, Liverpool, and we are chilling to the end.
Yeah, insofar as any team is chilling in the Premier League.
Yeah. Oh well, so chilling to the end. Let me be more descriptive. We've got Palace at home, Villa away, Brentford at home, Leeds away.
So actually, those are 3 teams that you'd rather be playing, because at that point they're not fighting for promotion. Like Crystal Palace has nothing left to play for because they've essentially secured. I think they haven't substantially secured their safety, but they got to win. They're putting. I think they're how many points away from? Let me look at this real quick. They're they're only 3 points away from safety, but there's
safety.
There's 6
metaphorical
teams.
Safety.
There's 6 teams in between them and 18th essentially. Like so, they've got there's some breathing room there.
They're at 30 points.
Yes, but what I'm saying is that there's breathing room because not all of them are going to pick up all their points. So Crystal Palace feel like they have breathing room.
All we have to worry about is Villa.
Villa will be playing. Leicester will also be playing because they need to stay up. But Brentford was the other one. Brentford are just kind of vibing in 9th at this point. So whether or not they're fighting for anything at that point, I mean, pride and everything like that. And Thomas Frank is going to have that team playing well. But it's not like you're playing teams that need to survive. So like Arsenal
Well,
over
the
the
last
next
game of the year, we might.
well, okay.
Ellen Road away.
Oh,
Leeds.
yeah. So
Oh,
Fighting to keep their spot.
I guess
wait.
What
We never got. Never mind. We'll do it next week. We never got Sean's apology
about what?
on the pod.
Oh, that's true.
Who's he apologizing to?
You know
I-
about Goodison Park.
I did want to apologize to the good people of North Liverpool or Central Liverpool that support Everton, the Evertonians.
Blue Liverpool.
Blue Liverpool people. I would like to apologize. Goodison Park is a difficult place to play away.
Thank you, Sean.
There we go.
That's
all
gonna
we
go-
needed to hear.
gonna go
That
a long way.
home field. Yeah, home field advantage matters.
Just at Goodison, nowhere else.
So okay, so are you confident in Spurs? Are you confident in Stellini and Ryan Mason? I mean, you guys should win this game.
Yeah, it's Brighton at home.
Both of our teams lost to Brighton at home last year at this point of the season as well. Just throwing that out there.
They're a difficult out, unfortunately. And Ferguson, I saw a recent stat that Ferguson is in the top 5 of players that have played over 500 minutes in goal contributions in some way. I forget how they term that.
Yo,
that's-
Goals assists per 90.
Yeah.
Goal contribution per 90. Or goals or like minutes per, and he's like at 100 per goal contribution.
100 minutes per goal contribution.
Yeah.
Okay, so basically just over one.
He's in the
just under one a game.
Yeah, and it's like him.
Got it.
Kane's well below. Kane's at like 120. Holland's at like 87, which is ridiculous.
I think I saw this. I think they did something similar. They did this for Leandro Trossard at Arsenal, and they said his minute to take like to do a contribution at Brighton was like 67 minutes. At Arsenal, it's 37 minutes.
Oh my goodness!
Every 37 minutes, Leandro Trossard is either assisting or scoring.
Yeah,
just machine gun.
So this kid Ferguson, and Brad mentioned him
At
earlier
18.
this week. He's just vibing out there,
No.
and like they've got ballers. Like the Brighton is nothing to be trifled with.
Agreed.
And like we've mentioned that for a while, and of course that's the scouting department that is now at Chelsea.
One guy.
They've already done their job. All the players are there.
Now that you got to get Todd Bowley to sign him at Chelsea, right?
All the players.
Yeah,
the entire team.
Maybe Todd Bowley should just buy Brighton.
Yeah, maybe he should just sell Chelsea and buy Brighton.
We are looking at a
No.
multi club structure.
Yo, that is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. Whenever people talk about Chelsea wanting to buy another club, it just makes me cringe. Like, football clubs should not be able to
There's a
own
few.
other football clubs.
The Leon owner owns like 4 clubs.
I get it.
Yeah, but it has to
City
be in
owns,
different
like,
countries.
7.
No, I understand these football groups and like the
And Red Bull.
the Red Bull group, the Manchester City group. I get all of it. I get all of it. But it's cringe as
I
all
don't
get
know if
out.
it's done like.
It should be illegal.
I don't know if it's worth the. And here's the thing: is like I don't know if it's worth the investment. Like who has? I mean, Red Bull has it figured out. Red Bull has a player train that just goes straight to Leipzig.
Ridiculous. I don't.
But nobody else has done like name a city player that's come up from New York City FC.
Well, they went the opposite direction. So Frank Lampard went to
Right. City and then back to yeah.
And then he
Speaking
went
of Frank,
yeah.
shall we get there?
Let's talk about
Shall we
Frank.
get there?
Let's talk about
So
Frank.
so guys, like yeah. So this is, but here's what's funny is technically, Conte's already played ball for this manager. That
Yeah. So quick
act-
quick caveat. Frank Lampard has been hired as the Chelsea interim caretaker manager until the end of the
Yes.
season.
Caretaker manager.
yes, interim manager. Yes.
And we talked in our group chat, Brad. This is the dumbest thing. We have talked candidly, the three of us, about our clubs, you and I.
Yes.
Our clubs
Yes.
uniquely decide to do the dumbest thing possible. Of the available options, they choose the dumbest one available. And this is exactly that. Why? I don't understand
I
why
disagree.
you would pick a caretaker manager that has already been a manager that you already paid a severance pay to, that now you have to pay to the end of the year, to
Yeah,
come in and do fuck all, put the
It's
put it
explicit.
on,
Yeah, we got it. We got you. I got you covered.
put the explicit on, to do fuck all for 9 weeks, and then he's out. Then the manager search goes.
So let me
the
offer a
manager
quick.
search is going
hold
on now.
Let me offer a
Like,
quick
this is
defense for Chelsea.
ridiculous.
Let me offer a quick defense for Chelsea. So they go to Frank Lampard and they say, "Look, man, we're looking to hire a long-term manager. You're not that guy, but we want you to come in, and we don't care what you do over the next 9 weeks. Just vibe out and do whatever you want. Rehabilitate yourself." Because the thing is, Frank Lampard is damaged goods. Like I don't think any other Premier League teams are going to give him a shot. So Frank Lampard can look at this opportunity and he can say, "Look, I've got really good players. I've got players who I know, players who know me, who know what I'm about. I can go in there. I can very quickly implement my own strategy, my own ideas, and whether we have success or not, if we don't have success, it's just Chelsea's a cluster this year and it's not my fault. But if we do well, I can use that as a springboard for the rest of my career to rehabilitate my image and maybe get a shot at the
Leicester?
Crystal Palace job, the Leicester
Or
job.
that.
You know, like,
Yeah.
like if things go terribly here, he's no worse than he was before. If things go great here, if by some miracle Chelsea win the Champions League, right? It's still a possibility. We can't rule it out. It's very, very long shot, but if by some miracle they win the Champions League and they shake Frank Lampard's hand, they say, "Good job, man. Get out. We're hiring Nagelsmann. We're hiring Luis Enrique," whatever they're doing. He can then go and be like, "Look, I am not as bad as everyone thinks I am." And from a Chelsea perspective, the fans love him. The board loves him. He bleeds blue.
Yes.
And
Yes.
and it doesn't matter what he does because they're not playing for anything. The Champions League is house money at this point. It doesn't matter. If you win, amazing. But when you don't win, no one's expecting you to win because you have to play Real Madrid and then Bayern
Yes.
Munich or Manchester City.
City.
Like,
Yes.
and then lose to AC Milan in the finals. Like, it's just
Plus, this isn't the dumbest thing. We're not losing to AC Milan in the finals. If we get AC Milan in the finals, we're smacking them. Anyways,
press X to doubt.
had to say that there. Anyways, that's not the dumbest thing Chelsea has done. Apparently, Chelsea has added Nuno Espirito Santo to the managerial pool of people they will interview, and Conte too.
God, we
So-
just keep both
so-
of us,
so-
man. We
Here-
just keep doing
here's
dumb
the best
stuff.
part. Here's the other best part. Like to go full vibes, right? We're going full Chelsea vibes. Ashley
we go.
Cole
This
is
is
on
my
the
least-
staff. I wasn't doing
This
written
is
in
my
the stars.
least favorite part of the week.
I could go into written in the stars, but I'm not going to yet.
Thank
Ashley
goodness.
Cole's on the staff.
What's
And,
he been doing?
He's been, I think, an English youth coach. I think.
I'm sure he's been doing something like that.
And then and rumor is John Terry's going to be the assistant manager.
Well, John Terry's working at the Chelsea Academy right now.
He's as like a consultant.
Oh, okay.
Like he's like floating around helping where he can,
Got it.
like being Chelsea. But
He's on
apparently
the
he wants
payroll doing
in.
nothing.
Nagelsmann wants him on his staff, and apparently Lamps might be bringing him in. So I'm here for all of the vibes. These are the rumors that have been floating out that he wants to work with John Terry.
All right.
Nagelman.
Quick question
Anyways.
to tie a bow on.
Wait, yeah, oh yeah, I got the
Future manager, doesn't matter who it is. If you
Yeah.
had to pick one of the three, Lampard, Cole, Terry, because there's only one right answer, who would you want as an assistant?
John Terry.
The right answer is Ashley Cole. What?
Explain yourself.
Yes, let's hear your explanation.
John Terry had a hot head. You don't want that shit. You don't want that on your bench.
John Terry is arguably one of the best defenders in the Premier League history.
That's okay. Michael Jordan was really good at basketball. He's not good at explaining it to his kids. That's why his kids aren't good at basketball.
Yeah,
But
okay.
Terry-
But we don't know that you don't have any empirical evidence to say Ashley Cole is good at it either.
I don't have any empirical. I'm just looking at it from me perspective, outside looking in, wearing Chelsea blue, happens to be McLaren blue also. I would prefer Ashley Cole.
Okay.
Okay. I mean, look, I'm not mad at any of those three on the staff. Probably Frank doesn't want to be on the staff, but
No,
John
Frank
Terry,
does
I'm
not
here
want
for
to.
it.
I
Frank
think
wants
you're
his own
correct.
job.
I think there were two correct answers. It's Ashley Cole or John Terry, but Ashley
But
Cole is
hold on,
who I would want. He just
I do
looks
have
cool, calm, collected all the time. You want that guy on your bench.
I do
John
have
Terry is a fiery piece POS.
I
I
mean,
hated him for a long
John
time.
Terry's amazing. Of course you do, because
John
he's amazing.
Terry's, well,
Chelsea Football Club.
he's not the most amazing man in the world.
No, but as a football player,
Yeah. All right. So Brad, Wolves,
but
Chelsea Wolves.
I can typo on this because Lampard's was the game after Lampard was fired was against Wolves. First game he's coaching is against Wolves. We're winning. All the vibes. We're winning. Mason Mount hat trick.
Mason.
Probably not, but I think we win.
All right. Yo, Mason Mount hat trick incoming, written in the stars.
What do you got on this Liverpool Arsenal game?
Okay, we can't get out of here without talking about
No, we
Liverpool
can't.
Arsenal. All right. My thoughts about Liverpool Arsenal.
It's at Anfield.
I'm legitimately concerned. Like how could you have you ever have you watched Arsenal go away to Liverpool in the last 10
Okay.
years?
I have a question.
It's bad.
Have you watched Liverpool in the past 10 weeks?
Yes, I get that. But we all know that Liverpool is a team that gets up for the big games. That okay, yes, Brad.
We said that last week and they got smashed.
I understand that, but I'm allowed to be apprehensive about it. Like,
Okay.
You could present all the empirical evidence in the world as to why I shouldn't be worried about Anfield away, but I'm worried about Anfield away. As an Arsenal supporter who has 9 games left and I need to pick up 23 points to win the league, like Anfield away,
Luis Diaz is back.
St. James's Park, they all scare me.
Oh yeah, Diaz is back.
William Saliba still injured, won't be playing. So that means we're rocking up with Rob Holding, who I love. Rob Holding, don't get it twisted. I love Rob Holding.
You needed a Rob Holding on your roster.
Yes, you do. You absolutely do. But there is a huge drop off between William Saliba and Rob Holding. Just throwing that out there. So like,
Or
yes, I'm
do you
concerned.
slide Ben White back in there?
Oh, Ben White is way too good at right back right now, and Tomiyasu's injured. Tomiyasu's injured, so you can't go back to like last year's setup where you have
You
Tomiyasu
can
on
throw
the right.
Zinchenko over there.
Yeah, but then so you play Tierney on the left, Zinchenko on the right. But that's a whole lot of chopping and changing. I think it would be just easier to play the natural replacement for Saliba at right back, at right center back. You know what I mean?
I'm just saying.
I get it. I see what you're saying, but it seems to me like it would just be
And you get-
easier.
But then you get Tierney on the field too with Zinchenko.
Yeah, I get that. Like, and maybe there is some weird situation where you play Tierney at left center back, Zinchenko at right back, and slide Gabriel over to right center back. But that to me seems like that's just a lot of finagling.
Moving pieces. Yeah.
I think this Arsenal team is good enough to beat this Liverpool team. Like I think this Arsenal team is one of the best teams in the division this year. I think that we have our players are better. Our midfield is leaps and bounds better than Liverpool. And if we're going to beat Liverpool, we're going to beat Liverpool in the midfield. That's where we're going to beat Liverpool.
Yes.
Is not necessarily. I mean, our attacking three, I would also argue is better than Liverpool's. But I'm sure that Jimmy and Tamzid and other Liverpool supporters might push back on that. But I just have concerns. It's Anfield away. It's been a difficult place for us to play over the last 5 years, over the last 10 years. And, like, I think being apprehensive about it is reasonable.
Sure. It's because you're not used to being in this position. It's been a very long time since you've been in this position.
No, I think it has nothing to do with the title implication aspects of it. I think it has everything to do with Anfield away. Like, I mean, obviously in previous seasons there was less riding on it, right? Like, so if I was just to assume that the Manchester City game away at the Etihad is a loss, right? Just assume that Arsenal are going to lose that. I'm willing to make that assumption. Then Arsenal have a 2-point cushion to deal with, right? And we have to go Liverpool and St. James's Park. Like Like those are the two boogeyman games. I also feel significantly better about the Chelsea fixture. I was concerned about the Chelsea fixture. Okay, I wasn't concerned about the Chelsea fixture when
With Bruno?
No, time out. I wasn't concerned with the Chelsea fixture when Graham Potter was the manager. Graham Potter got sacked, and then there was talk about legitimate managers coming into Chelsea, and I was like, they're going to get a new manager bounce, and they're going to beat us. And I was like, then I got concerned. But then Frank Lampard came in as the caretaker, and my concerns assuaged almost instantly. So, but like obviously, if Arsenal beat City or draw City at the Etihad, then it really doesn't necessarily matter what happens in this Anfield game. But there's a lot of pressure on Arsenal if they lose this game. I want Arsenal to win this game. I think we have this is the best opportunity to win this game. We have better players. We are more fit. We have
better players.
We're more impetus than them.
Yeah, that midfield.
You don't think so, Sean?
Look, so even if you gave, let's do this.
We could go.
Haaland fit?
No. Better players than Liverpool. I'm talking specifically about Liverpool.
Oh,
yes.
I thought you were talking about City.
Yeah.
I was like, oh
No,
my
Liverpool
God.
game. Because even if we give them Allison in the front three, the rest goes to Arsenal.
Hold on. I am beefing with the front three.
I don't think there's a. I don't know, other than Van Dijk, and I'm going off of historical evidence of Van Dijk, not his current form. Other than Van Dijk, I don't know if there's a single outfield player I would trade from Arsenal, like to replace. I'm going to inform Van Dijk. Who?
It depends.
Like maybe Trent.
Depends on the system.
Trent?
Depends on the system,
Trent?
right? I'm not personally taking Trent, but it depends on the system, right? It depends on the system. Like how are you playing? Are you playing Arteta's version? Or are you playing Klopp's version? Because if you're playing Klopp's version, you'd rather have Andy Robertson and Trent Alexander-Arnold. If you're playing Arteta's version, you have to have Zinchenko. Like you can't not have Zinchenko because he's essential.
Zinchenko unlocks this whole thing.
Oh yeah, without question. And you need to have.
He's a left back center mid.
He's a left back central attacking mid. He's a number 10 that plays at left back.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's a single that wouldn't be fair to me, or that wouldn't be fair to our listeners if I took informed Van Dijk and didn't take informed Salah. He's better. Informed Salah is better than Saga.
I would say last year and beyond. In the past,
inform Salah.
I think
inform Salah.
I think we're getting to a point where Saka is trending above Salah.
Yes, we are
this season.
But if I was take,
and I think you take Diaz over Martinelli.
No, I don't think you did.
Fully fit Diaz. You're forgetting what Diaz did.
I've been on the Martinelli train since that man was a youngster. That dude's a baller. And I want him on Tottenham. I want him on Tottenham. No, he's not.
I think you can make an argument for Diaz. I would not personally. I obviously have a huge glaring Gabriel Martinelli bias.
Right. It's like me and Mason Mount, me and Reece James. I hear you. I understand.
Reece James is good. Mason Mount is decent. Mason Mount's
a baller.
Mason Mount's decent. But I think if Arsenal are to win this game, it's going to be midfield domination and controlling the game that way. Because let's be honest, Jordan Henderson, Fabinho, and then whichever of the other players that you want to choose to play in the midfield, like Milner, Elliott, I think that's getting run over by Xhaka, Partey, Odegaard. I think Odegaard's having a field day. And there's just so much pressure on that right side from Arsenal. You got Odegaard, you got Ben White overlapping, you got Saka. There's just a lot of pressure. It's going to be a lot of pressure on that Liverpool
Eddie Robertson.
Defense. So,
I think Martinelli has the big game coming off that left side.
I hope so.
I will interject with a little bit of trivia if you guys will.
Yeah, okay, let me quickly say I think Liverpool's going to win.
Wow.
I think actually, I'm being a bit pessimistic, but I think Liverpool's going to win 2-1.
If Liverpool win, it's a barn burner. It's 4-3.
Break us into trivia. Hold on, because I have a Liverpool trivia, so it's an easier bridge.
Brad,
right.
you have to give us a score first,
So
Brad. You have to give us
that-
a score for Liverpool. Because
I just said if Liverpool win, I think Arsenal are going to win.
all right. So
2-1.
what do you think it's gonna be one? Okay, Brad, what do you think it's gonna be?
Like 4-1 again. Arsenal.
4-1, bro. I appreciate you, homie. I appreciate you.
I just said if
hope not.
Liverpool
Actually, I do.
win, it's going to
Actually,
be
I do.
4-3.
I need Liverpool L's.
It's going to be a barn burner if Liverpool win, but I think the game ends 2-1 Arsenal.
Okay,
But,
all right.
like, Arsenal smacking.
All right, so into the trivia. This has gotten chaotic.
I apologize.
There have been 9 unique 30 goal a season scorers in the Premier League history. Can you name them?
9.
Or would you like to count?
9 unique.
Some have done them multiple times.
Oh, but they've hit 30 goals?
Only 30 goals and above.
Okay. Are we just going to throw out names till we get all 9? Or because I don't think either one of us is going to guess all 9.
Do you guys want to guess like the managers? I don't know how we want to do this.
I think we do it collaboratively. I think we do it collaboratively.
I don't think we guess the manager. We guess the players, right?
Collab. All right, there are 9.
9 players, right?
Yeah, 9 unique players that have scored
So
over
clearly
30.
Kane.
30 or
Clearly
over.
Kane,
Yep.
Kane, Suarez,
Yep.
Shearer.
Yep.
Ooh, I'm on a roll.
Shearer did it 3 times, by the way, just as a FYI.
Robin Van
Haaland
Persie.
hit 30?
Robin Van Persie.
RVP, yep.
Yep.
Has Haaland hit 30 yet?
He's at. I think he's at 28. I don't think he's at 30 yet.
right.
Sal-
I had to say it.
I think Salah.
Salah.
Yes.
Okay,
We're halfway there.
more than halfway there. We're missing some glaring ones here, probably.
Yes. Two glaring ones, and then you won't get the rest.
Wayne
Henry. Yes.
Yeah, Henry. Wayne Rooney.
Nope.
Wayne Rooney didn't have any 30-goal seasons.
No.
You're missing one, and I'll give you the last 2 because it's going to take forever, and you guys will not know these guys.
An Aguero or a Tevez. Something. Oh wait, what about Fernando Torres at Liverpool?
No.
Nope. Just even more glaring than that. This is the most glaring that you guys have ever glared.
Son?
No.
Why don't we both say it at the same time?
Golly. It
glaring.
doesn't have anything to do with my team.
Who are we forgetting?
Drogba never got 30.
Who are we forgetting?
Diego never got 30. Hazard never got 30. It's not my team. The Zola did it way back in the day.
I'm sorry. So there were 7. There's 8. Sorry.
Oh, so we're only missing one.
No. I was writing in 9. Sorry. Once you get the glaring. So the glaring.
Yeah, give us the glaring one.
I'm just gonna speed this up. The glaring one you missed is Cristiano Ronaldo.
Oh
yeah, of course.
You dumb.
Yeah.
The ones you never were gonna get were Kevin Phillips for Sunderland
no.
in 99, 2000.
Yeah.
And Andy Cole.
Newcastle
United.
I thought about saying Andy Cole because we've talked about Andy Cole.
Yeah, Joel is whooping y'all's.
9.
Joel is whooping y'all's hind end.
Hey, I'm proud of us though. We got 6 pretty quick. We all knew Ronaldo. We just never said Ronaldo.
We got.
All right, I got my trivia. It was the Liverpool Chelsea game. Reminded me of this. I should have probably said this on Tuesday. The last
Wednesday.
Sorry, Wednesday. My bad. Wednesday. She said this on Wednesday. I broke down that 5th wall like 10 times. The 4th wall does not exist in Brad's world.
5th wall.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyways, Liverpool, Chelsea have played 4 straight games without scoring a goal. Who was the last person to score in a Liverpool Chelsea game?
Eden Hazard.
4 straight games is all of this year.
Said that.
All of this year, all of last year. So we're talking.
It was the FA Cup final. It was the League Cup final. And then both fixtures this year.
Are we talking about the League Cup final, the Cup finals,
I don't think
or
so.
are we just talking about in the league?
No, that is the stat.
We still haven't scored in regulation even then too. So it's been
that is the stat he is providing. I've seen the same thing. It was those 4 fixtures, FA Cup final, League Cup final, and then both fixtures this year. So it was the last player to score last year.
Any guesses?
So it clearly was not Eden Hazard because he was not on the
No,
team.
definitely not Eden Hazard.
Then it would be Reece James,
No.
Kai Havertz.
No. He scores in the big games.
Oh, you know what would make this really funny? Timo Werner.
Oh, I would love that, but
I
still,
I don't
no.
know. I don't know.
You don't have
But
any
I
guesses
got
here.
nothing.
It's got to be a Liverpool person, right?
It might be.
Salah.
No.
All right, who is it?
Christian Pulisic
Christian Pulisic.
Wow.
is the last player to score in a Liverpool Chelsea
Yo,
game.
Christian Pulisic is about to have a
Field day.
resurgence.
Actually, I don't know.
Resurgence under his good
Actually,
friend.
hold on. I don't know because Everton with Frank did bid for Mudryk in the summer.
Did they really?
Yeah, they bid 30 mil in the summer. And they were just like, nah, fam. What you doing? We ain't doing that.
And they got a lot more money from Chelsea. So
Yes. They will got a lot more money from Arsenal too.
yeah, well, I think we got the better deal. Anyway, I think that's all we got. If you guys are still listening, we really appreciate it. Hit us up in the comments below. Let us know what you're looking forward to. If we didn't touch on a game that you're excited for this weekend, let us know in the comments. Let us know how you think this Arsenal-Liverpool match is going to end. Again, we've got some predictions. I'm at 2-1 for Liverpool. Sean's at 2-1 for Arsenal, and Brad's at 4-1 for Arsenal. So I'm here for it. I hope you guys are right, and I hope I'm wrong, but I don't think I will be. Hit us up in the comments. Hit us up on Twitter. That guy is at KSBradG. Down below, that's at whiteheart_Sean. I am at James Tiffany. Collectively, we are at redcard_radio. Sorry for punching my microphone just now. And check back next week. We'll have a review, news, preview, all that good stuff again next week. Ring the sub notification bell, 5-star, all those things that you would normally do for us. We really appreciate it. Have a good weekend. Enjoy some football. Happy Easter if you're celebrating it. And we'll see y'all next time, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right. Take care.